It all started with a single question. What if we didn't need money at all? At first, it seemed like a crazy idea. A world without cash, credit cards, or cryptocurrency. Impossible. But then the collapse came. Banks failed, stock markets crashed, and inflation turned money into worthless paper. People panicked at first, looting stores, fighting over scraps, but soon realized the truth. Money couldn't save them. And that's when everything changed. It began with a small group of young people in a burned-out city. They were tired of waiting for help that wasn't coming, tired of living in a world where everyone was out for themselves. So they did the unthinkable. They started helping each other. A mechanic fixed bikes for free. A programmer set up solar panels. A farmer handed out fresh vegetables. No one asked for payment because there was nothing left to give but kindness. The idea spread like wildfire. Entire neighborhoods came together, trading skills and resources instead of dollars. People learned to sew, farm, and build. Hospitals reopened because doctors and nurses volunteered. Schools started teaching again, not for a paycheck, but because kids deserved a future. And the crazy part? It worked. Without money, the world looked completely different. Social media influencers stopped selling products and started sharing survival tips. Artists painted murals to keep spirits high, and musicians performed in the streets, turning every corner into a celebration of life. The internet transformed from a shopping mall to a library of free knowledge, with people sharing ideas to help everyone thrive. Of course, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Some people tried to take advantage of the system, hoarding food or skipping out on helping others. But it didn't take long for communities to push back. People learned quickly. If you weren't willing to help, you wouldn't last. For the younger generation, the shift was life-changing. Instead of competing for likes, followers, or money, they started competing to see who could give the most. TikTok was flooded with videos of kids planting gardens, building water filters, and making their neighborhoods better. Helping became the new trend, and everyone wanted to be a part of it. Years later, the world was unrecognizable. Cities had turned into massive co-ops where everyone worked together. Cars ran on shared energy grids. Food was grown in every available space, and schools taught kids how to solve problems instead of memorize facts. Even humans themselves started to adapt. Without the stress of bills or rent, people began living longer, healthier lives. Anxiety and depression, once rampant, started to fade as communities became closer and more supportive. And then came the moment of realization. People looked back at history and asked, why didn't we do this sooner? The answer was clear. We were too focused on taking instead of giving, too busy chasing money to see what really mattered. The younger generation, your generation, was the one that broke the cycle. They didn't just adapt to the new world, they created it. Now every child is born into a world where kindness is currency, and every person has a purpose. No one's rich, but no one's poor either. Humanity finally learned that true wealth isn't in what you own, it's in what you share. So next time you wonder what the future could be, remember this. It's up to you. The world can change, but only if you're brave enough to make it happen.